in the everyday choices kids make. This script will take you deep into how these apps work, why they're growing so fast, the benefits they offer, and the hidden vulnerabilities parents need to understand. By the end, you'll know whether these apps truly help children build financial confidence or whether they introduce cost-saving trade-offs that quietly reshape family dynamics in ways most parents never expected. What family financial apps are and why they're exploding. Financial technology has evolved faster in the past decade than almost any other consumer industry. Adults have Venmo, Cash App, and digital wallets. But a newer category has emerged specifically for kids and teens. Apps like Greenlight, Acorns Early, Jaspi, Modak, Kachinga, Till, and FamZoo. These platforms offer a complete ecosystem designed to teach financial literacy while giving parents visibility and control. Typical features include a debit card designed for kids, parent dashboards with real-time spending and alerts, allowance automation and core assignment, spending limits and category controls, educational tools for savings, budgeting, and goals, sometimes even safe driving reports or risk alerts. These apps blend financial education with real-world practice, bridging a major gap. Kids can learn money saving, how to manage your money, skills through experience, not just theory. Greenlight's 2024 annual report shows kids handled over $2 billion through its platform. The average allowance was $13.42 weekly, and teens spent around $126 per month, off and on. Amazon or food apps? Kids put over $259 million into savings goals, showing how visual progress motivates better habits and supports basic frugal living tips early. With millions of new users since 2020, these platforms are becoming the new norm for families who want budgeting tips and money-saving tricks built right into their child's daily routine. How these apps work inside real families. Parents often start using these apps when their kids reach the preteen stage. Instead of handing out cash and hoping chores get done, parents can approve a task digitally and the money moves instantly. For some families, the apps become more about safety than finance. Millwood now uses the safe driving monitoring more than the spending features. Speeding alerts, sudden braking data, and phone use reports give her peace of mind even though she never signed up for a driving tracker in the first place. That's a powerful insight. These apps are no longer just budgeting tools, they're behavioral tools. Other families focus on the educational side. The Youngs use Acorns Early with their 12-year-old and 8-year-old. Kids earn money, set goals, and watch their balances move in real time. A $25 pizza purchase triggered an alert, which at first seemed alarming until they learned their child treated friends for a birthday. Instead of punishment, it became a lesson in money-saving strategies and priorities. Another family discovered that linking the child's debit card to a gaming platform reduced impulse purchases. The limited balance naturally curbed overspending. Kids learned that money isn't infinite, and real-world constraints shape better choices than parental lectures. This combination of independence and structure is exactly why these apps appeal to families looking for practical, frugal strategies and cost-saving habits embedded in daily life. Financial literacy through experience. Why it matters. Kids today grow up in a world where money is invisible. Tap a screen and payments happen instantly. That makes financial literacy harder to teach because without physical cash, spending doesn't feel real. Family financial apps help solve that. They turn abstract lessons into visible feedback. Cash inflows, spending alerts, visual savings goals, transaction histories, side-by-side comparisons of earning versus spending. This approach teaches personal responsibility faster than any traditional allowance system. When kids see their balance dropping after impulsive purchases, they start thinking critically about choices. This builds lifelong habits: budgeting, patience, delayed gratification, and mindful spending. Research shows that hands-on financial learning reduces adult overspending, increases savings rates, and creates better money-saving habits. And when combined with parental guidance, these apps become a powerful tool for teaching money saving, how to manage your money the way adults do, with structure, awareness, and intention. Exact spending categories, store locations, frequency of purchases, driving behavior, browsing patterns inside the app, real-time activity logs. And most parents never read the long privacy policies that explain how this data is used. Experts like Josh Golan from Fair Play warn that parents rarely know the scope of what's collected. This data can reveal shopping tendencies, behavioral patterns, and even emotional habits, valuable information for companies looking to improve marketing strategies. There are also security concerns: hacking, phishing, identity theft, unauthorized access, location tracking misuse. Young users are particularly vulnerable since they lack digital risk awareness. Companies promise encryption and strict security, but no system is unbreakable. Parents are encouraged to review device settings, limit data sharing, and monitor permissions, but doing that requires digital literacy many families don't have. This creates a tension. The apps offer great budgeting tips and practical money-saving tricks, but they also build a data fingerprint that follows children into adulthood. Subscriptions, premiums, and business models. Most family financial apps use a freemium or subscription-based model. Basic features are free, but parents pay around $5, $10 per month for safe driving monitoring, cashback, interest-bearing savings, spending analysis, priority alerts, insurance coverage. These costs add up. A family could spend hundreds of dollars over several years. Are the premium features worth it? Sometimes yes, especially when a family uses advanced features regularly. But in many cases, old-fashioned frugal living tips like cash envelopes or simple debit cards can teach the same lessons without extra fees. Balancing control and independence. The heart of these apps lies in one challenge: how much freedom should kids have? Parents can require approval for every purchase, set limits for certain stores, track spending in real time, lock cards instantly. Kids can make choices, learn from mistakes, manage a real balance, experience consequences. But it's delicate. Too much control feels like surveillance. Too little leaves room for costly mistakes or emotional spending. The middle ground often works best. Enough structure for safety, enough independence for learning. This is where conversations matter more than controls. Apps can teach practical budgeting tips, but only parents can teach values and priorities. What parents should ask before signing up. Before choosing an app, families should ask, what data is collected? Is the child's account FDIC insured? What happens if the app is breached? How does the company use behavioral data? Are subscription fees worth it long term? What spending controls are available? Are there simple cost-saving alternatives? Parents should also review device settings, disable unnecessary tracking, and ensure privacy protections are in place. The control debate: how much is too much? Family financial apps typically let parents set spending rules, lock cards instantly, approve transactions, set limits for categories, or even track physical behavior like driving. Some parents love that level of oversight. Others worry it can feel intrusive. The challenge is that children need room to make mistakes. Those mistakes are often what teach the most meaningful lessons. If a child buys too many in-game items and has to wait 2 weeks until allowance renews, they've learned something real. If a parent blocks every risky choice automatically, the child might not learn restraint on their own. But the opposite extreme is just as risky. Without enough oversight, kids may incur subscription charges, fall for scams, or grow comfortable with frequent impulse purchases. Finding the balance depends on age, maturity, and personality. A 7-year-old may need tight control. A 16-year-old may need freedom to learn through experience. The app allows parents to adjust as children grow, but it doesn't provide the wisdom to decide when to let go. That still falls on the parent. What the companies get from all this? Now let's talk about something rarely discussed: the companies behind these apps. For parents, these tools feel like educational products, but from a business perspective, apps are data-driven platforms. They're capturing spending patterns, saving habits, behavioral trends, category preferences, purchase timing, and in some cases, physical movement. This data has real value. Companies use it to refine features, personalize suggestions, plan product updates, and sometimes develop marketing strategies that target long-term customer behaviors. Even if companies promise never to sell data to third parties, they still benefit from understanding how millions of young users spend money. Consumer advocates warn that kids may become lifelong customers of these platforms. The earlier a child signs up, the more comfortable they become with the system, the brand, and the interface. That loyalty may carry into adulthood when the platform introduces teen accounts, investment accounts, or family banking products. Parents should acknowledge this reality. These apps are tools, but they're also businesses, and every business has an incentive to grow, retain users, and expand revenue. This doesn't make the apps bad, but it does mean families should understand their place in the business model. The ultimate question: are these apps helping or hurting? After everything we've explored, here is the honest answer. Family financial apps are neither inherently good nor inherently harmful. They are tools, and tools depend entirely on how they're used. Used thoughtfully, they can build confidence, teach responsibility, create learning moments. Used carelessly, they can create dependence, reduce independence, encourage tracking rather than trust, expose families to privacy risks. So, are family financial apps worth it? The answer depends on your family's communication, values, boundaries, and goals. These apps can either be the foundation of financial strength or a digital shortcut that replaces human conversation. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments. Your insights could help another family navigate these decisions with confidence.